The US Navy is in town and we visit their ship.
Making music out of thin air.
Creative madness, especially at flea markets.
Hello and welcome to Nanyang Spectrum. I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Teoman. Ahoy there, everyone.
What is wrong with you now? Every week it just has to be something.
Well, I've been interested in the world of sailors since I went on my very first cruise. No guns though, but I heard that we had a story about the USS Stennis when it came to Singapore. She was commissioned on 9 December 1995, and her home port is Bremerton, Washington, and she definitely has guns. Excellent.
Life aboard the ship is not as glamorous as one would think. It involves long hours of daily routine work, and there is no other life once you're on board.
You do your work all day long. 12 hours, you go eat, you come back, and then you start work and just rotate out the same thing every day.
But the toughest part of the job is
being away from home, family. Family's a big thing for most of us, so they keep me going. That's the whole reason I work, is for my family.
the crew can be deployed for up to slightly more than a year at one stretch. In that time, being able to contact their family members becomes a vital means of fighting homesickness.
I try to call my husband every day, but I call my mom every other day, so. They let me know what's going on at home, what I'm missing, so.
And to ease their homesickness, there is always the occasional package from home.
Happy birthday, my love. Just wanted to send you something that'll touch your heart on this special day. I love you, and I miss you, and can't wait to see you again.
This is a picture of my wife she sent.
Unfortunately, these little gifts from home can never substitute the special moments they've missed while being away at sea.
We're watching our families kind of grow up while we're gone through pictures. So these are my little brothers, and now they're not so little anymore.
The thing pretty much, that I've learned from the Navy is to cherish those moments that I have with my family a little more.
Despite being away from family, for some, the Navy is a home away from home.
It's what I grew up with. This is who I am. So that's kind of the best part for me is this sense of home and belonging.
But looking ahead, there's plenty to be happy about as they finally return to their home port in March.
Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
This is Kara Chiang reporting for Nanyang Spectrum.
Okay, it's competition time. Here's your last chance to walk away with those coveted movie passes.
Now, since our last story was on the USS Stennis, the question is, when was the USS Stennis commissioned? Again, when was the USS Stennis commissioned?
Please send us your answer to ntu.spectrum.tv@gmail.com. That is, once again, ntu.spectrum.tv@gmail.com.
Now, I've recently noticed that if you bring a car to NTU, you can never find a free place to park.
I suppose the question really is, should you be able to park for free on campus?
That's absolutely right.
Singapore has seen rapid growth in a very short time, and some critics say that its reputation has been built upon a pay-and-pay system. Maybe by no coincidence, it is known that Singapore has a fine city. Car parks at NTU have been immune to this for a while, but it seems that this is all about to change.
Those are the choices facing students who live at halls. From February 2012, most of the hall car parks were changed from free parking to paid parking zones. Now classified as open car parks, drivers who park at car parks located at halls 1 to 6, 9 and 16 will now have to pay 1.5 cents per minute or 90 cents an hour from 8 to 6 p.m. A maximum of $3.60 can be charged at one time. With the new charges, NTU's car park charges for hostels are still less expensive than NUS in terms of hourly and season parking, as well as the maximum amount charged during operating hours. But despite the convenience of being able to park next to their halls, NTU students are not pleased about having to pay for a once free facility.
Well, I definitely don't want to drive as often as before.
My friends feel that the car park charges is something new and quite unexpected because they'll be parking here for free. So right now they have to pay for parking on top of hall fees. So to them, I think it's more of trouble.
However, the new charges were implemented with good intentions. The Office of Facilities Planning and Management's webpage states that the parking charges were necessary to regulate the high demand and illegal parking at Zones 1 and 2. Mr. Tan Kei Hian, a service engineer who parks in the Hall 16 car park twice a week, finds that the new charge has resulted in improvement of NTU's parking situation.
Yes, definitely. When it's charging, it's easier to find a lot.
So, will NTU's parking situation improve with these new parking charges, or will they cause more congestion in the now limited free parking zones? Only time will tell. More information about the new parking charges and zones can be found at this website. This is Kara Chiang reporting for Nanyang Spectrum.
If you're feeling a little stressed trying to find that one free parking spot and you need something to calm the mind and body down, nothing beats shopping. And flea markets I find particularly good.
The Mad Flea Market, situated at Maxwell Road, is a place where sights and sounds all mix in a cacophony of creative culture.
I got to listen to good poetry and some music by independent bands, and I even got myself this red t-shirt.
Our reporters find out what makes this place tick.
Live bands, instant portraits, and people having fun. Not what you'd expect at a flea market. But man, it's all about surprises.
I'm here outside the Red Dot Museum where a monthly affair called MAD is about to take place. But this is not just your average flea market. It is in fact one of the only havens in Singapore where creators and designers can showcase their works. Let's have a look.
MAD was a project initially started with government funding. The monthly event draws about 4,000 visitors each time.
When my bosses and the founders, the whole team, when they started MAD years back, I think they also foresee that there is a vacuum in this aspect in our country basically, that we needed a place for creative to be able to invigorate the whole creative scene and wanted to have a marketplace for that.
No second-hand goods are allowed, only original creations are hot.
This piece is handmade and self-designed by myself. This obtained from unwanted materials and zippers from old handbags that people dispose of.
Sadly, it is very hard to sell such products outside of MAD. The unique goods and experiences keep visitors coming back.
You don't really find this thing in a shopping mall. I think I bought something like more than $100 here.
The band was pretty good. Yeah, when I first came in, the band was playing and it was I enjoyed it.
The February event featured Inch Chua, a homegrown, up-and-coming singer and songwriter.
Something that I realized over the years is that there is not the problem that there is no places to showcase talent, but there are no right places.
And often, this is due to lack of support from local consumers.
A lot of local cultures sifted aside because we're subpar to defend this is very complex that happened. And it is very sad.
Sad indeed. This is Inch Chua's last set before she heads to Los Angeles to further her career. Hopefully, MAD will give others a reason to stay. This is Nathan Jim for Nanyang.
Now, apart from rock climbing, any more indoor sports you would recommend, Tailman? I mean, I've been trying to get fit, but I have two conditions. No sun, no sweating.
Well, yeah, there's this game called pickleball. It's a mix of tennis, table tennis, and badminton. And the best part of it, it's played indoors. Our sports fanatic eagerly takes on the pickleball challenge.
Invented in 1965 in the US, pickleball came from a former politician, Mr. Joel Pritchard. and his two friends. Their purpose was to create a game that the whole family can enjoy regardless of level of athletic ability and strength. Despite its name, pickleball has nothing to do with vegetables. If you've ever played badminton, you will definitely grasp the concept of pickleball very fast. Like badminton, service starts behind double line and it's served cross-court over the net. Similarly, it is an out when a ball crosses the first line for singles and second for doubles. But the difference is that the net is only 3 feet above the ground.
没有任何年龄限制，只要能挥得动球板，因为那个球板是蛮重的，就能够参加。
Pickleball can be played on any hard surface such as driveways, parks, playgrounds, badminton, tennis or volleyball court. It is played using wooden paddles and a perforated plastic ball, and only a minimum of 2 players are required for the game.
还有就是，如果你有任何疾病，你体能认为你能够应付的话，还可以，因为不是很激烈的运动。
There is no restriction to the attire for pickleball. All you need is a t-shirt, shorts, and sport shoes, and you can start playing.
只要你专心的打球，应该没有任何危险性。
If other sports are too vigorous for you, this is definitely the sport you should try out. This is Ong Min Lee